What's up, crypto legends? In this episode, we're going to talk about the price of Bitcoin on the daily. Has the bearish rally finished as we are hitting one of the strongest resistance levels here at the $30,000 range? Was this it? Are we going to start correcting heavily here in the next coming weeks? Or are we going to manage to break here the $30,000 successfully and go to 32.5 and even higher? This is something that we are going to discuss in this episode. Of course, we'll be zooming in here on the lower time frames to detect those big major levels that we need to know about, okay, for the next coming days. Of course, I want to talk about the DXY, guys, the dollar index. Are we just about to form this bump and run scenario with a huge double bottom here, multi-monthly double bottom, and start moving to the upside and break the resistance and go to higher levels in the coming months? This is something that we need to be very cautious about when we are looking at stock market, Bitcoin, and crypto in general, because if the dollar index starts pumping like crazy, we know that the markets are likely to have a deep correction. So make sure to stay tuned. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode. Let's dive in here straight into the content, guys. Let's remind ourselves, zooming out on the daily, that we are still hitting a huge, massive resistance. These are the lows of 2021 and also 2022, May and June, big, massive support level. We've left a huge amount of volume here from this range. How do I know? Well, we can take a look at the fixed volume profile here from the beginning of May till late June, and we can see that spike here on that volume profile, and we have been hitting that major resistance now for the last few days, and now we're just getting a deep correction. It is absolutely natural, of course. We need a corrective move as we have been trending here to the upside for several weeks. Now I'm going to talk about major levels, okay, of support that we need to hold in the coming days for this to still have that continuation to the upside. Overall, we've been trending very, very nicely here to the upside, guys, so a cool off is absolutely natural. So zooming in here on the price of Bitcoin on the 1 hourly time frame, we've had a pretty decent correction today, right? We've had a really nice drop, as you can see on the chart. And of course, we do need these corrections, right? The price has been trending up here for the last few weeks very, very aggressively. So these drops are pretty nice. So let me just explain here. Of course, we were trading in an ascending channel for the last few days. If we do connect the higher lows here and the higher highs, you can see right over here as we were bouncing from this support level. Now, just today, we had that massive breakdown, consolidation, and another move here to the downside. Now, the textbook technical analysis projected move, right, is the width of the channel from the breakout. You can see basically we are just hitting the target right over here. So as this is a bouncing level, we can explain that in the next coming minutes, okay, from this video. Now, if we do zoom out, I want to go on the higher time frames, of course, and just take a look at the most important support level that Bitcoin needs to hold. And of course, this is the higher lows from this range and big levels from this large consolidation that I'm going to explain right away. Okay, got a nice, fresh, clean chart so you guys can take a look at it. If we do take a look at this ascending parallel channel from higher lows, guys, I'm connecting the higher lows here exactly. Let me just get this a little bit wider, and we can see we are also in a much bigger ascending channel right over here. So Bitcoin is still trending up, right, for the last few weeks. This is just a corrective move. We just hit the highs, as you can see, of the channel, and now it's coming down here to this range. Very important for Bitcoin to hold this 28,700, 29,000 range, okay? We could get that volatility, we get a short-term bounce, come back down. Important for Bitcoin for that continuation to the upside to get this bounce, okay? If we do start breaking this support trend line from higher lows of this ascending channel, we could come as low, and I'm going to say right over here, with the width of this channel, if it does break in the coming days, as low as $26,000 range, as you can see right over here. That would be the projected move from an ascending channel, something that we need to pay attention. Overall, this is just a corrective move. We are still creating higher highs and higher lows, and no reason to be extremely bearish just yet. Okay, of course, a lot of people want to short the highs, but I like to short, when I do have confirmation, all right? So basically, what we do have here as well is the value area, looking at the fixed volume profile from this entire range. Very important to show us that big resistance level, that value area high, okay, where the start of the big volume happens, okay, as you can see here, which is round about 28,500. That would be the ultimate level here. Also would be round about that higher low support trend line. We have to hold this level, guys, if we want to see that continuation to the upside. As soon as we start breaking the support from higher lows, the value area high over this trading range, it's not going to be looking good for Bitcoin. Yes, we could get that short-term bounce of the point of control from this level, but overall, it will be a confirmation that this is likely going to go to lower levels, creating that lower low and likely going to create that lower high. Something that I will be informing my community, okay? My community is very much aware of what I see, you know, where I'm trading with a very good risk management, of course. Risk management, most important thing in trading. You don't have good risk management, you are likely going to lose a lot of money, okay? It's very important to apply that risk management. So not much more to say here looking at Bitcoin. We have had that corrective move. Several levels where we can take a look at Fibonacci retracement from this low over here to the highs. We can see that $29,000 is round about this 618, as you can see from the pivot low, the start of the pump, to the high, which is also round about near the value area high and the highs of these ranges, okay, as you can see from this range. So very important zone here to hold for Bitcoin. 29,000, 28,800, round about that range is extremely important, okay, to continue this uptrend. If we do lose that level in the coming days, it's not going to be looking great for Bitcoin. Overall, we are just testing the highs here from this range over here. If I do zoom in, okay, we can take a look here at this small little consolidation right over here. We are just about testing the highs from this consolidation we had on the 10th of April, right? Getting a reaction from that level. Is it going to hold and bounce? Well, potentially it is. We also have the highs from the month of March, okay, which is right over here. This was the level that we were talking about a lot, the 29,200. So we are likely going to hold this range, all right, in the immediate short term. There is a possibility that we could hold this level, all right, and get a bounce after having this volatility. It's just a support level where we're currently at. So not much to say here. Very important level where we're at right now. Even more important, okay, the $28,800, $29,000 range. If we were to get there in the next couple of days, we could expect a bounce from that level, all right? But we want to be very aware of a potential breakdown, guys, because if we start breaking down here with pretty high volume, we are likely going to go to much lower levels. We're likely going to claim here the lows from this entire range. Remember, we have a massive range right over here, and the lows is a critical level here. The lows from this range is a big level. And if we do take a look at that projected move right from this channel, from that breakout, you know, all depending on how much volume we do have, then of course we are likely going to come down and hit these levels. For the moment, don't want to be extremely bearish. You know, we're still trending up. I know a lot of people, you know, quite fearful, you know, hey, what a massive drop. You know, there is some decent volume on lower time frames. If we do take a look at the volume on the 1 hourly, it's not insanely huge, okay? We don't have massive big volume looking at the general chart, right? There's not big volume on this selling pressure here, looking at the 1 hourly time frame. Not much to be said here on Bitcoin. Overall, we're still trending up. I am looking for long positions at this range with very good risk management, of course, protecting position, taking profits, and, you know, being very defensive. My community does know, guys. Remember, you do have the Legends trading community where I post updates on Bitcoin, my trading scenarios, all right? Check it out, guys. You still have that massive discount down below in the description, okay? Check it out. So, basically not much to be said here on Bitcoin, guys. We're going to take a look at the DXY because DXY is absolutely ripping it, guys. We do have this bump and run scenario. Now, of course, this is a bullish reversal pattern. We are also creating, all right, you can see those lower highs, this consolidation with lower highs, the massive drop here, and now the consolidation. And if we are going to manage to break the lower high resistance trend line in the next couple of weeks, then this is not going to be good for Bitcoin. Of course, if we do get this rally in the coming days, Bitcoin will start dropping aggressively. Break out of this lower high resistance trend line. For me, this is going to be confirmation that the DXY is going to absolutely explode in the coming months, bringing the stock market, the Bitcoin and crypto in general, all the way down, okay, back to much lower levels. Now, double bottom scenario, very much possible. If I do extend this box, okay, we do see that nice neckline that we do have at 105 level. We can see bottom right over here, and just today we are having that confirmation of that this is holding very, very nicely. So we got to be aware of the DXY that could be pumping, all right, in the next coming days, couple of weeks, and this is not good for Bitcoin. The dollar index, when it goes up, usually stock market, Bitcoin and crypto in general do have problems in having that continuation up. All right, guys, something to be aware for the next coming weeks, and not much more to be said, guys. Safe trading, and I'll see you in the next one.